morning, everyone. I have Farah here with me today.
Hi, guys. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. We sure do miss her. We have really, really exciting topics for you today. Starting at Trump has won. Trump has won the election. He is now the 47th president of the USA. Not one win, but 2 wins. And it's really exciting. Have you seen how so many leaders in the world have congratulated him so far?
Of course. And we know that as well. The UAE congratulated him because, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and as well His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, both of them tweeted congratulating President Donald Trump.
Yeah, they did. Specifically, the president of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, not only congratulated him, but he also expressed that, they will share a partnership based on shared ambitions for progress. And the UAE looks forward to continuing to work with our partners in the US towards a future of opportunity, prosperity, and stability for all. Now, I know you're all asking, what opportunity does Trump bring to the Middle Eastern business market?
For sure. I mean, if you want to think about it in a way, it's that we know how recently the United States came up with the fact that UAE citizens can now go to the United States, and they would not need that long process of the visa that they usually would normally want.
Yeah, and just to further discuss what actually happened, essentially with the win of Trump, Middle Eastern stock markets rose alongside global markets on so in the region, Abu Dhabi's ADX index actually climbed to 0.437%. And Dubai's DFMGI index rose to 0.47%, and Saudi Arabia's TASI index gained 0.65%. In addition, Egypt's EGX30 index led to regional gains increasing to 0.82%. So we're seeing that Trump's win is having an impact on the entirety of the MENA region.
That is true, yeah.
Also, investors, they're responding extremely positively to Trump's win, and they're expressing this, this very high level of confidence in him. And I don't blame them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, this man almost got shot, and now he's president.
I mean, looking at how, the whole journey of Trump versus Kamala, how it all happened, for sure, Trump's win is going to be benefiting the Middle East a lot.
Yeah.
And not only that, because we have seen how his win has sparked, I would say, a jump, an increase in the share numbers, such as S&P and Nasdaq features jumped over 2%, and as well small cap stocks and the Russell 2000 index surged up to 6%. And in the meantime, as well, the dollar was raised up to 1.4%, which I think is really great, because we know for sure that Trump is all about how we can make the relationships between this country and that country more efficient and more better. And he thinks money.
Yeah,
he thinks money.
His economic policy, it's very strong, and already, by the way, the dollar has already been strengthened. Yeah, the dollar has already seen an increase with Trump's win and all of his tariff, policies. But just to move on to the next topic. Wait, do you have anything else to say?
I mean, of course, I know for sure, and I'm just excited because yesterday we had a poll on the Lovin Dubai WhatsApp group that said who are you voting for? Who are you wishing that? Who would you hope for to win the election?
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people actually vote for Trump because people are aware that if Trump wins, there will be a lot of relationships between the United Arab Emirates and the United States, and it's going to be a lot of benefits coming across.
But we can also see that, even if Trump didn't win, he already has relationships with people within the Middle East. We see that in his Trump Towers. We see that in the golf club that he has with Damak Hills.
Yes,
so he has already he's already implemented his feet here without even actually being here.
That is true. And as well, by the way, for everyone who because right now we live in a world where people are investing in real estate and in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But do you know as well that with Trump's win, Bitcoin surged up to it recorded like 75,000 and
for the first time in history
dollars, which was up to like 7%. And 7% might be like a small number at the beginning, but then when you look at like the bigger picture and the fuller number, you do can tend to like think in a way of like. It is a huge number for people who actually invest in Bitcoin.
It definitely is a huge number. And, just speaking about operations in general, our second topic for today is that Majid Al Futtaim has suspended Carrefour operations in Jordan amid all of the calls for boycotts. And they're going to replace it with this new brand known as Hypermax. So just to give you all a bit of context, why is Majid Al Futtaim important to this region? Well, Majid Al Futtaim is actually he is the founder of the entire city center in the MENA region. Also, Vox Cinemas that we all love so much, Magic Planet. He's the reason why we basically have the largest mall in the world. So he's a very important man. And basically what he's done is that because of the fact that a lot of Jordanian activists, they were protesting for Carrefour to be shut down due to the genocide that Israel is carrying out. What we're seeing is that from this, what I really see, Farah, is that Majid Al Futtaim's brand, it's very flexible. It's very flexible with the times. Because to make such a huge decision, because he is the franchisor of Carrefour, to make such a huge decision means that he's listening to the people.
Of course, like if you want to think about it, I think a lot of factors played into this. Number one, yes, we know that the genocide has been happening for a little over a year. How like Carrefour could have been boycotted like before, but I think what led into this is that later on, when the war was happening between Israel and Lebanon, and then later on Israel as well bombed Jordan for speaking out in the favor of Lebanon and Gaza. I think the people of Jordan kind of like got furious. And they're like, fine, now Israel did not only bomb Gaza, it bombed as well Lebanon, and now it's bombing Jordan. So maybe they went into the BDS movement, as they call it, which is the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, and which, by the way, of course, it's all now this advocates for economic pressure on businesses that has like ties with Israel. Right? And that's why when I think Majid Al Futtaim did a very smart business decision when he actually decided to listen to the people and to their voices and actually have I would say a replacement to Carrefour, which is the hyper market.
And recently we are seeing that boycotts, they are making a difference. Like for example, I believe McDonald's, they reported a 1% decline in their profits. Now I didn't think that was much of a big number, but 1% for them, that is millions.
Exactly.
That is even more.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like on a scale, as I said earlier, like maybe like that number might not be very big, but then when you look at how much they actually lost, they did actually lose quite a lot. And I mean, I have mentioned that before on the show. I have my uncle; he is vice president for for McDonald's, and he told us how they actually did suffer a lot from the boycotts. And even though they do say that hey, we are not giving away to the IDF, but of course people are thinking like it's a franchise, so towards the end like the money that is actually put towards McDonald's is going to go back to the original source, which is sending money to the IDF.
But just to give you all a bit of context, what is Hypermax actually going to be like? So essentially they're actually going to they have a plan to open 34 stores in Jordan. So they have a plan to open 34 stores in Jordan, and they're actually all former locations that Carrefour will have had, and they're also going to specifically serve to the local preferences, of course, in Jordan. And I think what's pretty impressive about all of this is that, it's also reported that Majid Al Futtaim, like, this is not just a random this is not a random decision that they made, based on like boycott pressure. It's actually that the company regularly reviews its businesses to stay adaptable in response to market conditions. I think this is what's going to cause Majid Al Futtaim to have a perpetual influence in business, other than the fact that, it's such a massive business with a lot of subsidiaries. We're also seeing that, their market approach, it's very smart. It's very efficient.
It's very essential for any businessman and any business to think of the people, because like they are not doing it for themselves, they're doing it for the people, for the consumer, and at that point, if the consumer is not happy, your business is not going to be flourishing and it's not going to be doing well. So I think what Majid Al Futtaim, I think he's a very good businessman, because he knows like if he is going to keep Carrefour, he will lose more than he will gain. Because at this point, we know for sure that the boycotts are real, and the people are not there to tolerate anything that is happening in terms of like genocide or war or bombings, for sure.
I think especially what we're seeing with this, this entire project, now I'm asking myself, is Carrefour gonna shut down here? We're gonna have our own hypermax.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's a very good question.
Yeah, I feel that maybe they're going to expand.
Majid Al Futtaim, if you are watching the show, please let us know, But I think that he closed the one in Jordan, as I said earlier at the beginning, is because the people of Jordan are quite frustrated. When Israel bombed Jordan, whether it's on the border, whether no one got affected, whether anything. It is still, frustrating. So when people got frustrated, they kind of were like, fine, we're done. We are actually going to be boycotting everything. And Majid Al Futtaim was like, okay, so that's happening. I'm not sure if it will close. I don't think it will close in Dubai because, so far it's
doing great.
It's stable. The situation in the UAE is very stable, thank God, alhamdulillah. There's nothing going on. However, of course, if the people of Dubai come and go I don't know, they want to boycott, Carrefour, if Majid Al Futtaim will see there are more losses than actual gains, he might close it. But so far, I don't think so.
I definitely do agree with you that. And finally, one of our favorite topics, we are going to be discussing digital assets with you guys. So a Saudi-based startup, Mush Social, has managed to raise $1.2 million for its pre-seed round, targeting user-owned virtual assets and global expansion. So what actually is it? What will this funding do? This funding will enable Mush Social to further develop its platform, which blends social media with financial incentives for users through an innovative map feature, that allows users to earn interactive points and eventually gain financial returns on their virtual assets.
Now, I'm going to be telling you guys why does this matter, because it's a highly competitive social media market where established platforms dominate. Mush Social aims to differentiate itself by offering tangible rewards and ownership of digital assets by leveraging financial incentives and asset ownership. Now, the platform as well intends to drive higher user engagement and creative value that extends beyond traditional social media interactions. And as well, by the way, although Mush is new and ranked low among 109 competitors, it is still positioning itself for long-term value, which I think is quite cool, because sustainable is more long-term, with features that combine social engagement and financial benefits.
And this entire funding, the reason why it's so important is it's gonna allow Mush Social to invest in more advanced technology to actually improve their map feature. It's really gonna do that. And also what it's gonna do is that this is all a part of diversifying the economy for Saudi Arabia. Again and again, every single day, we're seeing that there are more startups coming, more startups are becoming successful, and this funding, it's proof that Mush Social, it's going to be a part of that broader diversification plan for Saudi Arabia. Like, I truly think they're going to reach it before 2030, for sure.
I mean, for sure, Majid and I, and before as well, you and I, kept on talking about the number 2030 and how big it is and how countries are really working hard for it. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and maybe this is one part of their 2030 vision.
Yeah, and for our final topic today, guys, it is so exciting. We're going to be talking about Mr. Beast.
Okay.
So, Farah, listen up. So, Mr. Beast actually, he came to Dubai. He came to Dubai, and he is now a part of the 8 people in the world who have climbed Burj Khalifa.
God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have Tom Cruise, Will Smith, Sheikh Hamdan, aka Fazza, and now we also have Mr. Beast. Now, why is this relevant to us? The reason why this is relevant is because Farah, he has the most followers on YouTube. He has.
Of course,
imagine they have gone up by 1 million. They are now 328 million subscribers. And on that video, what he basically did? It was basically a video about, just coming to Dubai and doing experiences that range from $1 to 500,000 million.
That is a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot.
That is a lot.
But let me tell you why it's really interesting. He got, and that was just 4 days ago, by the way, he got 66 million views on it now. So if we take a reliable source like Business Insider, they say that YouTube earnings range between $1.61 to $29.30 per 1,000 views. Now, of course, Mr. Beast, he has the most followers, so the higher band is going to be applied to him. So if we just take this number and let's do this calculation together. So 66 million divided by 1,000 views. Sorry, let's just actually find this out together. So this is going to be, so if we multiply this by the higher rate band, which is $29.30, let's see how much he will have approximately made from this. Sorry, just 1 second, guys. We're going to tell you right now. So, okay.
How much did he make?
It equals to $1,934,800.
Oh my
That
God,
is insane.
That is a lot. I mean,
on a video posted 4 days ago.
That's true. I mean, to be honest with you, what it is that, when you look at Mr. Beast's content, his content is quite different, you know what I mean? And that's, I think, what makes people really watch his videos and maybe be mesmerized by it. Because, as you said, only 8 people actually did go up and climb the Burj Khalifa. And he is now one of them.
Yeah, and Farah, that's just an estimate. This number has to be more because YouTube for sure gives him premium shares because, well, he has the most subscribers. But what's even more interesting is that he actually takes most of this money that he makes from the video and he invests it back into the account.
See, that is a smart way.
I don't know if I agree with that though.
Really? What would you do with the money?
I feel he already has enough money. Probably.
I mean, he probably has a lot of money, but as well, that is how you make money. You get money, you get money from a source, and then you invest in the money, so you can double the money, and then you keep on investing more and more and more. Because I think that's a smart way, and that's how businessmen do think. Because as a YouTuber, he is a businessman. Right, because he
in this day and age, yes,
he really, he is a businessman, and anyone who does content is someone who has a business mindset in a way. Whether it might maybe not be very understandable to a lot of everyone, but I think it's anyone who does content is a businessman because you have to.
Are
follow,
they though? Not all of them.
Not all of them, but because they have to. If a content creator follows a strategy, a business strategy, I think that for sure that person is a businessman. For example, with him, he is for sure a businessman. You know what I mean? He's fine, I can do content and I am adventurous and I love to do things. You know what? Let me make business out of it.
But at the same time, though, right now, his business, it's actually compromised. So according to the BBC, Farah, this more than 50-page lawsuit actually came out, and it was against Mr. Beast Games. and it basically included sexual harassment, mistreatment of like the employees, the contestants on Mr. Beast, them being underfed. Yeah, it all came out against him. And you know, I'm just really thinking right now, is this gonna put everything at risk for him? Like, if you think about this, him coming to Dubai, climbing Burj Khalifa, you know, the tallest tower in the world, the most famous tower in the world. You know, I do have to think, you know, is he trying to find something to overshadow the lawsuit that is currently ongoing?
The thing is, like, it's very easy when someone has that much money and that much, I would say, fame, right, and recognition. It's very easy to have some like lawsuits put under his name.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it's true or not. You know, maybe he'll come up with a statement or something like that.
Yeah. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, everyone. You know, if you're a part of the dreamers, the driven, the doers, Smashy Business, it's the account for you. And by the way, if you've missed this live, we stream it on all platforms. And if you're somebody who likes to read, we have our newsletter on Beehive. And you can also check us out on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. And thank you so much for coming today, Farah.
Thank you.
It was so nice having her today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, guys. Last day of the week.